Mark my words, the rest of I'm Quitting Heroing is going to be nothing but cliffhangers. Just one into another one into another one. They're just going to keep us dragged along. But still, even still, it wasn't that bad of a cliffhanger this time because of what technically Ekidona did. It's still leaving the question mark there as to if they're going to be able to or if they will want to kill Leo. But woof, this story is just killing me. Now, granted, despite the fact that I got really angry online, Andrew gets angry online. Angry online about a certain publication saying that episode 9 was boring and bad and all that kind of stuff. It's one of those feelings of like, am I just over exaggerating everything? Am I just seeing stuff that people don't see? I always have that struggle. Am I overhyping something that isn't that good? I don't know. Episode 9 was fantastic. I really loved it. The conundrum we're facing right now, and I feel like episode 10 is just an extension of that. It is Leo literally falling apart. Now, again, there's still this little side in there that they're pointing out. Like, the entire demon generals are all pointing out. You didn't do all this just to have us kill you. If you didn't do all this just to have us fight you and destroy the world. You didn't want to do this. You wouldn't have gone out of your way if you wanted to destroy humankind. But yet Leo wants to push that upon them. No, I'm going to destroy everything, and you have to kill me. And it's a struggle, honestly, because there's a side of me that's like waiting for that moment that somebody breaks Leo. Like somebody reaches out and Leo finally takes their hand. Will they pound him down so far to the point where he'll finally just go, do it, I'm waiting for it, and they go, no, you don't want this. Yeah, I don't really want this, but do it anyways. You're waiting for that moment where, yes, you realize that Leo isn't that bad. But then there's a side of me that almost believes that the writer is really committed to this. There's a side of me that hopes that what they're doing is showing that Leo himself has lost his mind. Like, he legit has lost his mind. He mentions that in episode 9. I've been doing this for so long. I've gained so many abilities. It's clouding my mind. I've gotten to that point where he's become so corrupted by all the knowledge and all the skills that he's gained that he's lost focus. Now, again, I don't know if that's specifically saying that it's him gaining skills so much that his mind is becoming clouded and that he physically is losing his mind, or is it just an aspect of him fearing that could happen? Like, I could do this. I could conceivably get to the point where I have nothing to fight, and so I'll become what I need to fight. I will destroy everything and rebuild. I will put mankind into destruction and I'll pull it back out. And I think that's really fascinating. But not only that, but going a step further technically in this episode, pointing out the idea that he could, because mankind pushed him away so much, why not destroy everything and start over? I'll become the hero again, but I need to wipe this clean. Mankind's rejected me, so I'll wipe it out and I'll let it rebuild, and then they'll accept me. It's getting further and further into this very nasty state that Leo is in, and I think, like I said, I think it's fascinating. I really do. There's a side of me that kind of hopes that it is him just putting on a facade to force their hand, but then there's another side of me that kind of wishes that it would be a case of him just really becoming corrupted. Like, he legit is in this mindset. Or is it a split personality? Now, granted, the telling sign is the fact that it's pretty much what they're pointing out. You're not killing anybody. Like, you pushed Edwald away, but you didn't kill him. He's not necessarily killing anybody. He's just knocking them down. Thus, proof that he does really just want them to kill him. That's the troubling thing. It's not so much that he wants them to gain this thing. It's the fact that he no longer wants to move forward. Like, he no longer wants to exist. He wants them to end it. He's tired. This is kind of something they got into when Leo first told Milnes his entire history. Again, there was a hint that he sounded broken. Milnes was trying to stop him, like, wait, you shouldn't be happy about that. Leo was just being whimsical about it. Yeah, they got rid of me, but I'm happy. Like, they said they don't need me, and I was happy about that. But at that time, it felt like a release, like he was released from the bonds. But that's all he's ever known for 3,000 years. Can somebody honestly give something like that up so easily? And as each one of these generals come forward, they each present a different idea that he is being hypocritical, that he truthfully doesn't really want that. Steina's like, well, you have this undying power, just keep helping us. There's no reason for us to do this. Just be I thought we were friends. Lily obviously loves him dearly. You helped show me to rely on other people, so rely on me now Tell me what your problems are. Edwald obviously pointing out that he helped him realize the weakness of others. And yes, Milnes being the one that can honestly see the truth in Leo because he's experienced it himself, knowing that he's a liar. It's great from a writing standpoint that we've honestly went through this whole situation where he's helped each one of these generals, and each one of them are now trying to apply that knowledge upon him. You showed me that I need to listen to others. I want to listen to you. You showed me that I need to see weakness. Now I'm seeing weakness. You showed me what it's like to rely on others. Now rely on me. It's such great stuff. I really do enjoy it. But yes, this is wrapping up with Echidona's final attack. She's been claiming the entire time, I have this one thing I can use, but it's a gamble. And then it took Lily getting hurt, which I hated. I hated so much Lily doing that. Like, she stepped forward and she's saying all this stuff, and then he's like, oh, the problem I have right now is that the heroes that I had expectations for are really weak, and then shoots Lily, and I'm like, oh, that hurt really badly. She's just like, so pure, why hurt Lily? And then later on, when she's just basically saying that she loves him and he still fires upon her, I think Lily out of all of it hurt the most. I think Steina was like the second. Like, Steina was a close second, because Steina was like, I don't know, it honestly feels like Steina honestly loved Leo as well. Like, there seems to be like there just seems like the very strong connection that Steina has to Leo that none of the other ones seem to have. Like, Lily, it's obviously like, it feels very immature. Lily just kind of has this attachment to Leo because of this idea from her race that if somebody defeats you, you have to marry them. And she's like I said, she's very immature in how she thinks. Whereas Steina is more of a devotion, very much so a bond that she kind of created that I think might even rival Lily in a sense. But yes, Echidona builds up her new ability, which was kind of surprising. We introduced the previous demon lord, Sertrius, and he has like a very iconic Seiyu, and I'm like, did we just literally bring in this very well-known Seiyu just to record like 3 lines? Or are we going to have another next episode, explaining how Echidona trained for this ability? I honestly thought this entire episode was going to end up being Echidona's history. But it did kind of dabble a little bit in her learning this. The fact that she didn't really want to become queen to begin with. She says that, oh, I'll defeat that stupid hero, but at the same time, I don't even want to become queen. But yes, like I said, it's not that bad of a cliffhanger, just because what we find out that the ability is that she's going to use just disables Leo's abilities. So it is going to essentially make him sort of human, like powerless. But the question is what does that matter at this point? What does in basically nullifying his ability mean? Is it nullifying his ability to learn other abilities? He already knows pretty much everybody's abilities. So is it going to remove his durability, his strength? What is it going to really, what's the extent of it going to be? But that would lead to the possibility that he's now disabled. And then what will they do at that point? Is he just going to stand there and just take it? Is Echidona going to be able to do the finishing blow? That's all going to be the question at this point. And like I said, I'm really curious if the writer is going to commit to finishing off Leo, or if it's going to be one of those things where Echidona finally stops him and says, let's don't do this. And then just lets him be. I'll be very curious about it. But anyways, we'll see with episode 11 of I'm Recruiting Heroing. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button down below, comment, let me know what you thought of the episode. Subscribe if you have not already. Share this video if you can. Support us on Patreon or through our tips link in the description below. We also have a super thanks button down there. You can support us directly through YouTube. I thank you all for your support, and you all take care.